Hey everyone, Bull Daniels here. It's been a while and we've got another daily fix. Blimmin' hot tonight. Tell ya, it's going to be about 40, 42 degrees tomorrow. It's not going to be pleasant. Here we've got an A1466 here, as you know, one of my favourite type boards. And we've got a green magsafe, red magsafe, orange magsafe. The magsafe comes up, but that's about it. So hopefully we've got something that we can fix, because it's been a real crappy run lately, other than doing my own equipment here, but it'd be nice to be able to start fixing other people's stuff too. So let's have a look, see if we have any luck. Yeah, I just realised I need to get my gloves on, in spite of it being disturbingly hot. Like I said, it's only 20 past 11 at night, and I'm still picking up a bit of the humidity is just crazy. The dew point's got to be up, getting close to 30 degrees. Get that off. Let's have a look. And I don't see any markers. Markers being taken off. I hope this isn't a what are they? 639 marked boards. Oh, let's get this battery out. Markers are clear. Doesn't feel like it's been opened before. No corrosion on there. Looks quite pristine, and that's usually a bad sign. So just disconnect the keyboard, make sure that isn't holding it down or anything. We better put our there. Even that marker's not done. See if we get anything. Nothing. Nothing at all. Alright, let's get it out. Have a decent look at it. If we're lucky, it could be something on the other side. Just because there's no liquid damage up top doesn't mean that something hasn't snuck in under the underside. Certainly I've had that happen more than enough times. Like, you just need one little ant that decides to die in the wrong place with a full belly of liquid. Right on the clock circuit or the BIOS, and it's all over. Need to pay a bit more care to that camera. See, just the beautiful. The automatic microscope stand sensor does the trick. Of course, now the downside is I can't hide anything that I'm doing, at least not as well. So good. Right, SSD's out of here. It's good. I know it sounds strange, but I do generally prefer not to have the customer's data sitting in my workshop, unless it's in here for a data recovery, in which case, yeah, fair enough. Get a 8mm. Oh no. The shaft on this driver has started to run loose on the inside. So beyond a certain torque, it just free spins. That's okay. We've got the safety backups here. Okay. The torque breaker. Do you want to where my size 6 is? Should be in here. That's a concern. I could have them tools free floating around the workshop. If they free float around the workshop, it usually means they're going to get lost. Okay, so pull that out of the way, and then we can now stick our I can't remember. I think it's the T4s. What are you, dude? T5. Well, there's some clumps of dust there, so we might have some hope. BIOS area looks tolerable. Backlight looks tolerable. It really looks more like a skin flake. Yeah, that's nothing. Ah, oh well, that'll about do it probably. What do we got? Time to bring up the board view and schematic. I get a feeling I should know this, but yeah, I don't see. And we've got a little bit over here too. There could have been blow off from that when I took it out. Alrighty. So we are looking up here. And I think it's you. No. You. Yep, that's you. What's your purpose in life? Ah, jeez. CPU, power stage. Alright, so we could have a dead CPU if that's messed up. No fun? No fun at all. Alright, let's give it a clean up, see what we can do. But that could spell disaster to everything. Well, let's specifically see what that is. It's just an input cap for power, just ripple control, decoupling. So if we're lucky, all it means is that's just been taken out and we didn't have any misbehavior. The problem's going to be if the upper gate and lower gate was simultaneously turned on, but then the MOSFETs would have blown. Actually, the real problem would be if the upper gate gets turned on and stays on, and then you just get a nice 18 volts or 16 volts through there, which will be the end. See if we've got a short on that. No short. Somebody's been playing with my hot air and left it on iPhone settings. Probably was me. We seem to not have quite what we're after there. Can't seem to revive that pad yet. Let's take it down with a bit of scraping. There we go, that's what we want to see, some copper. And I think that might be a problem. Which is also why it didn't show up as a short. Because it wasn't a short, there was nothing to connect to by the looks of it. Digging a bit deeper. Yep, I think our track is broken there. So that means this chip was not getting any power. Let's verify that. So we're still on diode mode. And we got basically nothing. What we should be hearing is that, but we're not. So we just need to rebuild that and we might get lucky. It's a moderately heavy trace, so we'll just chew it back a little more, give us some more meat to bite into. Yeah, this looks like the corrosion's... Yeah, okay, better get rid of this stuff too. That's what will happen, is they'll just continue to grow after I've finished with this job, and then it'll come back later. You can see the coating is a little bit different. It sort of goes a bit of a darker colour, and you can just flake it off like that. That looks better. We will need to be suggested to coat that over. We don't want an accidental short in this area. If we're lucky enough that this works when we're done, then it'd be nice not to have it all of a sudden develop a short circuit because of our lack of preventative maintenance. More there. I wonder what it was that corroded it. I am using an X-Acto knife rather than a pair of tweezers. Just tends to do a better job of breaking through this coating. I suppose if I had sharper tweezers, that would do a perfectly good job too. Okay. Now we need to find something to bridge that. Yeah, I'll probably do the job. Except I need to turn the board up so the other way around. Start prepping this area. Dig up some of that excess. It's good. Oh, where did our wire go? Looks like our wire went for a run. That's okay. We've got a few thousand meters left. Oops, I was being silly there. Alright, that's what I was looking for, is to see if there was a exposed pad on the chip itself that I could try and bond that wire to, and there is. I'm not actually trying to bond it to it now, but once that cap is on, I will then. Okay, so we need another one of those caps. I'm pretty sure I got a donor. Nope, that one's been knocked clean off. How convenient. Should have one on here. Yep. This poor board was one that blew its PCH in one of the other videos. Oh, come on. I think I'm just getting impatient. I might actually be able to just solder that down rather than hot airing it. Wait, I was being an idiot. That's the pad there. Right. Almost made a mistake. It wouldn't have made a huge difference, because all that would have happened is it just would have been shorting itself. It wouldn't have actually... It would not have caused any damage. All that would have happened is it just would have simply been left out of the circuit and not contributed. Just move it across a little more. There we go. Yeah. Now, because that's tacked down, I should be able to get away with this. Come on. See if we can get that one in there. Yep. Wow, that's a gnarly looking job there, Paul. Let's see if a little bit of hot air can make it look a little more graceful. Also known as how to ruin a job you've just got working. Yep, who said that? Goddamn tombstoned. I don't know, it kind of looks worse now. The main thing I've got to worry about here is this gap enough? See how the cap end is potentially running into that, so we don't want that happening. Alright, I'm happier now with that gap. It's not a big difference, but it's enough of a difference. Let's verify we do not have a short. I just noticed, unfortunately, we need to connect, probably need to connect that to there. Not sure if it's a tap pad, could have a veer under it, unlikely, but... oh. Well, we can actually check. That does not look like it's got a veer under it. Usually with ones that have veers, you can see the tiny little indent. It's like here, this one here, you can see it. There's that tiny little circle in the middle there. Oh, that was a piece of junk then, but no, there's definitely a little circle in there. The other thing is, when I had that hot, it sort of looked like it was floating around. Oh, my pedanticness tells me I need to blob it. A blob of solder will do the trick. Pedantic self likes to turn quick jobs into long jobs. And unpretty jobs. God damn. Flux. Hopefully it won't tombstone this time. Probably shouldn't, because there's a pretty equal surface tension pull on both sides now. That did not reflow as pretty as I thought it would. That's better. Sure ain't pretty. Hopefully we didn't miss anything else. I mean, it certainly makes sense, that failure there, because without that driver for the CPU, an entire phase would be missing. I'm just hoping that when it did fail, it failed gracefully. Ooh. Free soldable. I just ordered a few tens of thousands of those. Everything else looks pretty damn clean. So I think we'll connect it up and give it a whirl. Just going to use my test assembly. Otherwise I've got to put the whole thing in the chassis. See if we get a fan spin. Fingers crossed. Ah, fan spin. See if it does it properly. Stop now. It's good. Start up again. Yes. Just stop one more time. Good. And away we go. Alright, so that's booting properly. So we've got a win. Thankfully. Well, that's nice. Alright, so we got lucky for a change and finally looks like it might have broken the drought. We've got a win there. It was an interesting one for the fact that when I first looked at that cap, it had the corrosion around it, but the cap itself didn't look damaged. And I thought, am I being pedantic here, taking this cap off? It didn't measure as a short, and it was just a bit of green corrosion around it, which often, when you put the flux on and boil, it just goes away and you're okay. But it was good that we did take the cap off, because as soon as we did, and we started digging around through that grey muck that forms with the solder, we could see that the track was in fact dead. And because the track was dead, we weren't able to get any power to the phase controller for the CPU power, and that's why it didn't boot up. So yeah, a nice clean win for a change. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.